Salute.
One time for the city.
Okay.
Yeah. Same aura as before. The smoke got blowing orange laws, meaning you pursue at your own cost. Last of a breed to do it how we.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Thursday afternoon. Some of you guys wanted them, and Leon and company went there and got them, man. Jeremy Sochan signs a deal with the New York Knicks for the rest of the regular season, according to Shams. Sohan, who averaged 10.4 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game in 25 minutes for the Spurs in 212 games, recently released by the Spurs. And hey, he chose the orange and blue crew. So let's talk about it. Call me up on the KFTV Discord if you want to get your thoughts in. I'll give you my thoughts. Where do we go from here? As the Knicks load up. Wing stop. Let's go. Salute, man. Salute to everybody on the lunchtime grind, midday grind on this Thursday. Let's get it going. Like, share, and subscribe. Salute to our sponsors of today's show. Shout out to CarGurus.com. All right. Well, listen, man. For a lot of you guys, your prayers have been answered. The DMs have been flooded for like almost a month. CP, what about Sohan? Can we get Sohan? What do you think about Sohan? I always said, hey, listen, it's possible. He's certainly on their radar. As we heard from Michael Scotto during the whole trade deadline rumors that the Knicks did make the Spurs an offer to get him, but the Spurs, and it's so funny on this highlight reel, he's shooting a shot over Yabusele. According to Michael Scotto, the Spurs didn't want to take that Yabusele extra year on his contract, so they passed. Lo and behold, a couple of days ago, he gets clipped. And so here you have it, a young 22-year-old lottery pick for the Spurs out of Baylor. And, look, when he got there, they were in the midst of their tank. And so he did get some minutes there. He did have a role carved out. But as their tank became more and more ferocious, they got more and more talent. Obviously, they brought in Wemby. They brought in Castle. You bring in Harper. You bring in De'Aaron Fox. At one point, they had Sohan running the point. They had this point guard experiment with Sohan. That was on the Popovich thing. Didn't work out so well. And so before you knew it, he found himself on the receiving end of DMPs on the back end of the bench and really no more role. So it was kind of surprising to see that he did get cut. Now, look, he can't shoot into the ocean, can't hit the broadside of a barn, but still has tools. As a versatile wing, ferocious defender, pesky, can handle the ball. I guess that's why they thought that he can run that point forward role for you. But again, really couldn't carve out a role. So, very interesting stuff. So now the Knicks go out there and they get him. And according to Shams, there were 10 teams after Sohan when he got released. And he picked the New York Knicks. So what does that mean? I mean, that has to say something to me in terms of, hey, are they promising him some sort of minutes here? And is that going to come at the expense of our guy Mo Diawara? Very interesting. Very interesting. Because if he's choosing between 10 teams, 22 years old, trying to get his career back on track, would he just come to the Knicks to be parked on the bench again? Remember, the Suns were interested as well. So I think that's an interesting development. But, shout out to Frat Boy on the chat. Says, CP, what does he bring to the team that the team is missing? I think it's a lot. If he plays. For one, listen, man, I said it when Antonio Daniels was on the show on Monday. You can never have enough wings. Those of you that have been fans of this show have heard me scream to the mountaintops, we need wings, we're too small. We need wings. And over the years, hey, they brought in an undersized wing in Josh Hart who plays way bigger than his size. Then they go get OG. Then they get McCall. Now you got Mo Diawara. They got Dottie, but forget about him. He's useless. So now you bring in a Sohan. This is an arms race, ladies and gentlemen. As we look at the Eastern Conference and how it's shaping up. You got Cade, who's playing at an MVP level. You got Brown with the Celtics. Maybe Tatum. Tatum's out there practicing. I might come back. I might not come back. All that nonsense. We'll figure it out when he gets there. You bring in Harden. You got Mitchell with the Cavs. You got, they haven't been playing all that well, but you got Paolo. You got Franz. It's a wing league. So the way I'm looking at it is, just as they said in the playoffs, to me, I always said this about the playoffs. It is an endurance test. And that's where the Knicks fell short last year. They got worn down by teams that could throw guards and wings at him. Wear down Brunson, because he's the only one that's going to be handling the ball. Wear him down. And so that's how I look at it. If OG gets in foul trouble, McCall gets in foul trouble, somebody gets hurt, knock on wood, that doesn't happen anymore, we're throwing wings at you. We're going Hart. We going OG. We going McCall. We going Big Mo D, Primo D, Cool Mo D. Mo Diawara, and we throw Sohan at you. So Wingstop got deeper. I like it. You get defensively more and more versatile, and you get bigger. 6'8". And maybe if it's not consistent minutes, maybe it's a situational thing. You sub out Brunson, and maybe you go with your NASCAR lineup, right? Remember with my Giants fans, you had the NASCAR lineup with all the defensive ends going out there. Maybe it's a Sohan, McCall, OG, Mo D, and Mitch out there as your closing defensive lineup to go get you a stop. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the plans are for him. But all I'm saying is, look, this is the 15th spot on the roster. So to take a flyer on a 22-year-old kid with the 15th spot on the roster, you can't lose. If it doesn't work out, he goes. If it works out, hey, we're in great shape. This is an arms race here. So now you got another annoying guy next to Alvarado, who's an annoying guy. Both guys love to play defense. Both guys like to mix it up. I think you get a little bit tougher, you get scrappier, and you get more defensive oriented. Why not? Now, as most of you know, I said it last night. I said it to guys on Twitter. I was looking for the center position to be addressed with that last spot. I threw some names out there. Now, they're a bit underwhelming. I get it. Like the Mason Plumlees of the world, and I forgot who the other guy was that I named. Yeah, the center market right now for buyout candidates is underwhelming. And I said, let's hold out hope for Looney. He hasn't been bought out yet. So it is what it is. You go with Cat. You go with Mitch. You got to go with Huck in a pinch. You go with Huck. And, hey, even in a huge pinch, you go with OG at the 5 in a big spot. So it is what it is. But to me, look, this is a no-brainer pickup, a can't-lose pickup, a low-risk, high-reward pickup to get you better defensively. So why not? Can't lose. Can't lose. First Lady of Sports, why we need a center? Well, if Mitchell Robinson goes down, you're screwed. That's why you need a center. And Huck is wildly inconsistent and undisciplined. So that's why you go out there and get a veteran presence at the 5. But if it's not out there, if the market's not out there, you go out there and get the best player available. And in the Knicks case, they felt like it was Jeremy Sochan. So go get him. Shore up that defense. We got to lock in. Length, versatility, athleticism. We got to get more athletic on this team. So let's do it. We got more than enough offense. We'll figure that out. Because if we can muddy the game up, I know Captain Clutch will take us home. But we got to get those stops. We got to get these people at the three-point line. We got to get strong at the point of attack. Can't be letting people just waltz in here and play loosey-goosey and get to the rim. Nah. We can't have that. We got to get stops to go get the ring. So I'm with it, man. Call me up on the KFTV Discord. Let me know what you think. You guys wanted him. Leon went out there and got him. We got 1,900 people on the YouTube side. Shout out to my guys on TikTok. My Facebook warriors, what's good, man? Salute to everybody on the Facebook. If you guys are on the grind, leave me a hashtag grind. I'll shout you guys out. Duncan on the Facebook says, can he shoot the 3? No, sir. He can't hit the broadside of a barn. If he could shoot the 3, he wouldn't be clipped. He wouldn't be available. I'll tell you that. I don't care how much talent the Spurs got. If he could shoot the three, he wouldn't be out in the streets. And I'd love to do some digging and find out a little bit more. Like, how did this guy, just 22-year-old kid, and they just gave him his walking papers. It's a little bit interesting. Shout out Will Latimer, Big Brooklyn, I see you. My knowledge is born. Salute. Yeah, he can't shoot. But that's all right. We got enough of those guys. Just go get me a stop. Crunch time, offense, defense, 30 seconds left. We taking out Cap, we taking out Carl, and we going with our NASCAR wing stop defenders. Mo, Jeremy, the dog, McCall, and Big Country Mitchell Robinson. There we go. Let me shout out some of the super chats on the YouTube side. Never a dull moment in the Knickverse. I'm sitting there, I'm eating lunch. I'm like, man, we just won a big game yesterday. Now I got off Thursday. I'm not talking about no Knicks. I'm getting my mind right. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to eat. I'm going to chill out, get some rest, early rest tonight. Right in the middle of my lunch, another bomb drop. So, hey, this is what we do, man. This is why we number one show for the fans, by the fans, because we got to talk about it with the people. And we here, man. Labor of love. Here we go. Shout out to Jason Benjamin, number 2 in the chat leaderboard. Says Leon strikes again. $5 super chat. Another versatile defensive-minded wing. Now we can match up against some of the bigger athletic wings. Maybe a part of the future. And you never know, right? I hate to bring up the guy's name. It's like Candyman at this point. I told you I got Giannis fatigue. But, hey, even if I got to say it for a couple seconds, you never know what the future holds at the end of the season. Do they still try to make a package move for Giannis? And then, you might lose a McCall. Knock on wood, you don't lose an OG, but you try to have some depth. So this is a good depth piece. This is a good insurance piece. And you got OG on the men right now. His toenail dropped off. You never know what could happen with the dog. Maybe, knock on wood, another hamstring injury is not in his future. But if that's the case, you got some depth, a little insurance, a little depth to lock in defensively, and you can make up offensively with the rest of the guys that you have. So I like it in that regard. Shout out to Got You Open. He just gifted somebody a franchise channel membership. Shout out to Got You Open. Slip Fix on the Discord, on the TikTok says, Jeremy's going to be that backup wing, defensive help we needed. Good rebound and playoff run move. Yeah, if you look at it, let me pull up. I had cleaning the glass up. Oh, here we go. Here's my cleaning the glass. So to everybody in the chat. Could break out some research here. Yeah, if you look at it, good offensive rebounding numbers. His offensive rebounding percent. Now, this year, I don't know what happened this year. On top of the fact that he didn't get much run. But if you look at his previous 3 years, last year, 98th percentile in offensive rebounding percentage. Last 2 years. And then his rookie year, 88. So, it's typical for his archetype as a wingy athlete. You're going to crash the boards, second chance effort, second chance points, opportunities. So I think he's going to fit right in here. And again, if you want to see the 3-point numbers, for those of you that asked, 28%, 30%, 32%, 26%. He ain't coming here to launch. He's giving that ball up. But hey, last year he was 68% at the rim. He was pretty efficient at the rim. So, if these guys are disrespecting him, trying to, sag off 10 feet off of him on the 3-point line, maybe he can use his athleticism and take it to the rim. So we'll see there. If he plays. I like the way that Mohamed Diawara is playing right now. Mo's playing very well at a high level on both sides of the ball. So I'm not even sure if Sohan's going to get most, minutes on most nights. But like I said, if 10 teams are after him and he ends up with the Knicks, I have to think he was promised some sort of role. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Defensive insurance, HT, absolutely. And for me, with OG with that toe injury, Look, man, if I could take a remote and just fast forward through the season, sim through the season, just so we can get OG healthy for the playoffs, that's what I'll do. So if we need a couple more weeks, get that toenail back up to speed, get a replacement, whatever we got to do, just, sim his season up. Get him to the playoffs healthy. We got a $20 super chat from my guy, William Burton. Shout out to my guy, William Burton. And Will says, I love the fact that we're the only teams that get the haters in the chat. CP the best at giving us the latest. Well, listen, man, like I said, this is the number one show for the fans, by the fans. We get Detroit fans. I like the Detroit fans that come through, though, because I like that competitive spirit that they have. It reminds me of us. It reminds me of the old Knicks. So I do like when the Detroit fans come through. The Pacer fans come through. Now not so much because they're not good. And then you'll get like the Celtics fans. Like those are the three fan bases who you'll get quite a bit. The Cavs fans came and then they went. But you kind of understand why. But I like that. I do like when the Detroit fans come through. We got the best show in the sport. So people will come through and want to hear what we have to say. They know we get great guests like that Antonio Daniels interview. The Pelicans fans were all over it. They loved it. So I think we're going to get some Spurs fans in here checking in, especially if he plays. And we'll see. Brooklyn says, don't forget them Heat hating fans. Oh, yeah, we do get the Heat fans when the Heat are good. We do get the Heat fans in here. Yeah, NYC B-Ball agreed on the YouTube side. He said Miami, too. Yeah, we do get the Heat fans in there. They're hating. They're always in here hating. So, yeah, it's fun. I like the banter. As long as it's respectful, constructive conversations, I don't mind it. Lowell Beef, 16 $5 super chat says, we're getting more athletic and quicker. We can mix and match during the playoffs. This is dope for us. A little extra, hashtag Chipotle, go Knicks. All right, so he's got the Chipotle hack down. Salute, Slip Fix. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody's support. One reason why we are at the top is because people support us. People are in here, so we appreciate that. And in return, we try to give you guys the best value that you can get out there because look, there's a lot of places you could be directing your attention here in the Matrix. So we appreciate you guys spending time with us. Shout out to my guy Abdul from San Diego, $10 super chat. Franchise channel member says if he can't shoot, just lock in on defense, foul hard when needed, and throw an alley here and there. Good pickup. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're looking for here. JR says, CP, we got the right shooting coach for Sohan. Okay, so JR 8748 is looking at it the other way. Peter Patton, hey, look at Josh Hart's shooting numbers this year. Hart is splashing this year, and he gives a lot of credit to Peter Patton. You got Mo shooting well now. Alvarado 8 of 13. He just got here, but whatever. Hey, maybe Peter Patton is the shooting coach that this team sorely needed. It's a good thought there by Jay. Barry Foster, 7957, $6 super chat, says, CP, you think this was for Detroit? Yeah, listen, man, you're trying to win a championship. It's an arms race. You don't want to be too shallow in terms of your depth. You want to have some wiggle room if somebody gets hurt. If you want to put the guy in situationally, like I said, late game situation, maybe it's just that. Late game situation. I got a guy that can pick up Cade 94 feet and make it tough for him. Like, you're not going to shut guys down by any stretch. You can't in this era of the NBA. It's way too much pace. It's way too much space. You're not going to shut a guy down. But to slow a guy down, eat up some shot clock, meet him at his spots, turn him, right? And then force a grenade out of his hands. Hey, that's a good stop right there. So yeah, I think so. And you don't know. You got Jaylen Brown, and who knows with this Tatum thing? He's out up in Maine. He's practicing now. I think it's a huge mistake. But hey, if they feel like he's ready, if he feels healthy, go for it. It's not my team. So that's on him. Aggravated man, $5 super chat, low risk, high reward move, and we kept him away from Detroit. I love it. Well, look, Detroit got a ton of wings. They probably like, man, we don't got no room for you over here. They got a ton of wings. So that's why you're doing it. You get to the Discord, see what the people got to say. Looks like we got a good crew here. Okay, let's get to him. Man. Let me get to King Matthews to kick us off. King Matthews, how you feeling, man? Do we got King Matthews on the Discord?
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Hey, hold on.
King, do we got King? All right, we're going to pause King while he gets his audio together. King Mott, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, CP, what's up, man?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Yo, I needed this midday show, man. I needed this because we don't got no Knicks for about a week. Can't listen to the fan no more. I don't know what happened to that station. They ruined that station. But anyway,
Yeah.
I like the pickup. Definitely need wings to defend. You know, defense wins championships. So I like the move. I hope though it doesn't hurt Mo's time because I like the way how he's playing. He looks
Mo looks great, man. Mo Diawara looks great right now.
Jump shot looks fluid, looks good, looks in rhythm. He's not going too fast, under control. So hopefully, maybe, I know Clarkson is mad at everybody in New York right now, but hopefully he could take a little bit of Clarkson's minutes.
Maybe it's Clarkson minutes. Well, the thing is, I think, once OG's back, those Clarkson minutes are going to be gone anyway. So, like I said, I said it on yesterday's show. I have a hard time seeing where the minutes are going to be coming from, but the idea that he picked the Knicks tells me that they do have a plan for him. But let's see. I thought the same thing with Cam Reddish, and they sure didn't. So let's see.
And last thing, he can't come in New York with that weird hair color, man. He got to get that hair color out of here.
What do you mean?
This is New York.
Yeah.
We get swaggy
of course,
out
he's
here.
fitting right in.
Not have that hair color. You got to get that out of here. You got to get his hair black or something. That green and red and all that. Nah, we ain't doing that in New York.
That's that young generation. Appreciate the call, King Mott. King Mott said he can't be in New York with that weird hair color. What do you mean? That's what New York is. Go down Times Square and go take a look. That's the younger generation, man. Hey, whatever it takes for him to ball out, he would do it. I don't care if he got baldy, dreads, red hair, pink hair, purple hair, whatever it is. Play some defense and help move this thing forward. 100%. Yeah, that's what the younger generation into, man. King David, salute to you. $5 super chat. Salute. Who else we got here? Dios in the TikTok. He's got a little attitude to him. Yeah, he does. He gets a little chippy. So we with that. Sign me up. Okay, Bert says JB, McCall, Sohan, Diawara, an OG full wing stop. I think he meant Josh Hart. He put JB there. You're saying surround JB with those type of guys. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I think it was a good pickup. Dan Easy, salute. If you guys are new in the chat, leave me a hashtag new. Shout you guys out. J-Rock says, don't know too much CP. His game, except your knowledge. Remember Anthony Bonner years ago, physical athletic player who couldn't shoot. Yeah. I mean, look, this is one of your last roster spots. And a guy who can help. There's no risk here. It can only go up. He's 22 years old. So, it can only go up. Buy Knicks Clips, salute to you. Buy Knicks Clips, welcome. First in Flight Beats, salute to you. Bonafide, salute to Bonafide. Raymond Rodriguez, salute to you, man. Welcome to the show. West End 1254, I see you, man. Welcome to the show. Also, remember that, we're live here on YouTube. We're live on TikTok and Facebook and Twitter X, Twitch. But remember that these shows are also available in audio podcast format. So once you guys are done with today's show, make sure you look us up on Apple Podcasts and look us up on Spotify and subscribe to those platforms as well. We do drop audio podcast only releases, including right now our new signature series from the KFTV archives. And what we did was we re-released stories from Knicks players and Knicks player interviews from the past. We got a ton in the archives, a ton of gems. Right now, we just did John Starks, where we dropped like a 5-part series there, and now we're up to Xavier McDaniel. So we're going to be dropping them in like 4 to 5-part clips. So make sure you guys head over to the audio podcast side of the house and listen there. The Hot Rock says, you want me to listen to it again? No. I just told you we dropped audio-only exclusives, and if you can't watch it on video, then you got options. That's all we're saying. You have options. We meet you wherever you at. That's all we're saying. Okay? All right. Back to the Discord. Mike from Michigan. Mike, how you feeling?
CP, what's going on, bro?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Good, good. Appreciate you tapping in. And well, before I get to my point, I'm with King Mott. That hair gotta go, bro. But to your point, if he shows up hooping, I guess we'll just hold our nose and take it. But as it pertains to the pickup basketball wise, I love the pickup. As you said, when you're looking at like, a 10th, 11th man or something in that range, you're not going to get a perfect player. So he's not going to bring shooting. But when I think about his shooting, I almost think about like a Rajon Rondo when he would hit kind of those random threes. He wasn't a 3-point shooter,
Yeah.
but he would just kind of hit some of them random ones.
Timely. Yep.
Yeah, really timely. So I think we may have a timely 3 or 2 in him. And this is for the playoffs. This is situational. So
That's right.
when you think about someone like him, I'm out here in Michigan. These Pistons fans been talking heavy.
Yeah.
They've been giving the smoke, and I just keep telling them. I just keep reminding them about the playoffs last year. And it's like, okay, y'all do it in the playoffs, and then we can really have a conversation. But when you think about the different kinds of lineups now that Mike Brown can deploy situationally in a defensive spot, I mean, you could put out a lineup there. You could put out a lineup of Alvarado, Shamet, Hart, Mo, and Sohan, or you could take one of them out and add Mitch, and I mean that's
a lot of versatility, man. A lot of versatility.
I'm loving it. Switchability, all that, and Sochan he's athletic. He's a good ball handler.
Yeah,
he can pass, so he could be good in some DHOs, slasher, that kind of a thing. And again, you get in those playoff games where maybe the starting 5 of your main lineup doesn't have it. You need a shot in the arm like an Alvarado already gives you. You have another potential shot in the arm with someone like him.
Yeah.
And you just need those options,
There we go.
So I like the move for the depth. Appreciate you taking the call.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, let's go Knicks for sure.
Appreciate you. Mike from Michigan on the check-in. So Mike says, hey, man, he might not be a good 3-point shooter, but he might be able to knock down timely threes. I hear that. And look, he's only 22 years old, so let's see what happens there. I'm kind of combing through some Twitter reactions. Shout out our guy, Ben Stiller, friend of the program. Ben Stiller says, let's go. He just retweeted. I put my initial reaction out there on Twitter, and our guy, Ben Stiller, retweeted with the let's go. Shout out to our guy, Ben Stiller. So to another one of our friends of the program, man, the rhyme animal Chuck D. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. Shout out Public Enemy. $5 super chat from Chuck. Says, great pickup. Never doubt, Leon, Knicks Nation is truly United Nations. Yeah, we got the Polish player now. Knicks fans now got somebody ball wiser. He's a hawk on D and big pest. Yeah, Sohan, of Polish descent. So shout out to Sohan. We got Alvarado repping Puerto Rico. You got Towns. You got Brunson out of Jamaica. So we got the UN going on right now with the New York Knicks. So everybody, bringing their skill sets and their culture to the team. So that's cool. Okay, let me shout out. We got 2,700 people in the chat, man. Lunchtime grind. Nobody's working today. It's okay. It's Thursday, man. We got Friday coming up. Let the boss know, man. We got important business to cover. A lot of PEs in the chat. Shouting out Chuck D. Let's go. $20 super chat from my guy, Dr. Nate Demo. That says DR, right? I need my glasses. Dr. Nate Demo, $20 super chat, says we should have gotten Mo Bamba. Block shots and make threes. So here we got a Knicks fan still holding out hope. Mo Bamba, I thought Mo Bamba Hive was gone. I thought they were buried. But Mo Bamba Hive is still alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Dr. Nate for keeping it alive. Boy, them Knicks fans, boy, I've been doing this 9 years now, and probably for like the last 5, whether it's trade deadline, off season, there's always a smattering. The Mo Bamba Hive is in there. It's in the shadows. And they're there. They're there, man. Shout out to the Mo Bamba Hive, man. Where's he at anyway? Where's Mo Bamba at anyway? Where is our guy Mo, man? They made the song about him and everything, man. Shout out to Mo Bamba Hive, man. Shout out to John Lee Don, $5 super chat, 22. John Lee Don, 22, $5 super chat, says, this is what we need. A Swiss Army knife kind of guy, does a little bit of everything, like a bigger Josh Hart. The defense, fans are gonna love him. Yeah, man. Let's get tougher defensively. No question. And a scrapper, too. He plays with a little bit of an attitude. Somebody on the YouTube side said, where did I get that shirt, man? KnicksFanTV.com, man. Once a Knick, always a Knick t-shirt. We got them in white, blue, and black. Shop now. Head over to KnicksFanTV.com. Valentine's Day sale ends today. 20% off site-wide, so go get it for your significant other. Ladies, if you're watching, get it for your dudes, and dudes, get it for your lady, man. It's a good strategy, too. You go get some KFTV merch for your lady. That way, when you're watching KFTV during the playoffs, you can get that TV time, okay? You're going to need a lot of TV. The game is going to be like 3 hours. Then post-game is going to be like 2 hours. You know, in the playoffs, we got to talk. So that's like 5 hours of TV time that you're going to need. So that's how you get it on our side. You got to get us some merch, man. Get a t-shirt. Just a little something, a little token of your appreciation, man. Might need to get a little for the fans, by the fans rally towel or something. And there you go. You got the TV all night. Shout out Matt Shaw, 78, $5 super chat. Says Sohan will be our Dennis Rodman. Can't shoot, but rebound and play D. Okay. All right, so he's that's lofty comparisons, man. He's comparing him to the Worm. Okay, all right, I wouldn't go that far, but hey. What's the new nickname for him? He's got to get minutes first. We can't just be handing out nicknames. You know what I'm saying? We just gave Mo Diawara Cool Mo D. That's because Mo's earning it. But he's playing. You know what I mean? Mo's playing, so there it is. Who's getting cut? Nobody's getting cut, man. Good. And, you know, when you think about how we got here, hey, we crapped on him. But shout out to Guerschon Yabusele. He gave the Knicks some help by voiding, or not really voiding, but really, you know, rescinding the second year, the player option. That allowed Chicago to want to take him on. Knicks ship got Yabusele to Chicago. They bring in Dalen Terry. They reroute him to New Orleans. You bring in Yabusele. You bring in Alvarado. That savings moved the Knicks' date in terms of when they could get that 15th roster spot from April 2nd to now. That is how they were able to go get Jeremy Sochan right now. So shout out to Yabusele for the alley-oop. That was big. That was a big move. You know, when you're talking about the margins, the Knicks were like $150,000 near that second apron. So the way the thing works with the 15th roster spot is as you move further and further into the season, those vet minimum contracts become prorated. So at the beginning of the season, they couldn't even afford to sign that 15th guy. They only had 14 guys on the roster. They couldn't afford it until April 2nd. The Yabusele deal allowed them to get the cost savings to now be able to afford to pay Sohan. It's that tight with the margins. Had they not been able to do that, he goes somewhere else. As I said, Sham said he had 10 suitors. So for all the stuff we said about Yabusele and the weight and all this, hey, Yabusele threw the Knicks a bone. Pause. And that allowed you to get Sohan. So that, you know, that it's that type of stuff, man. One hand washes the other. So that was big. Shout out King David. I said, he says, not many athletic 6'8" wings on the squad. Even if it's a low risk, low reward, we got Mo D. Salute to the network. And Mo D, you know, Jalen Brunson really gave Muhammad Diawara a lot of credit. He said he's a fast learner. That's what Jalen Brunson's original impressions were of Mo Diawara when he got to the Knicks and they started playing pickup games. He said you could tell he's a quick learner. So Jalen Brunson's very high on him, and he says the sky's the limit. And speaking of the captain, he is on his way to L.A. Knicks will have Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Allen Houston represent us and represent the Knicks in the Rising Stars. I mean, not the Rising Stars, in the Skills Challenge. And like I said, everybody's already pissed off about All-Star. All-Star sucks. They haven't even played a game. You know, the one game that I do like, though, because I do like the competition, is the Rising Stars game. I like the Rising Stars game. I think it's consistently been the better game for quite some time now. Because the young bulls, they play, man. They play. So I like the Rising Stars Challenge. I'll be watching that one tomorrow. So there we go. Okay, this is Jeremy Sochan. 25-26 perimeter defense. B-ball index advanced stats. Perimeter isolation defense A-. Ball screen navigation D+. Off-ball chaser defense C+. Pickpocket rating D+. Passing lane defense C+. That was this year. Last year, perimeter isolation defense A+. Ball screen navigation A-. Off-ball chaser defense C. Pickpocket rating C. Passing lane defense C. So those are some of the numbers and the percentiles that he was at. Pretty average on some of these. But on ball, A+. A+ on ball defender according to B-ball index and their advanced stats. Joe Bustello says, CP, have you looked it up? What is a toenail involution? For OG, from what I gathered in layman's terms, it's just that basically he lost the whole thing. And it's a very painful injury. So he needs time, I guess, for it to heal, grow. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wasn't really trying to think about that as I was eating lunch. So I kind of, simmed through that. All right. NYC B-Ball 8, $5 super chat says, who gets credit for Mo's development, Tibbs or Brown? Well, Mo just got here, man. Mo Dewar just got here, so it wouldn't be Tibbs. Brooklyn kids, toenails are overrated. Toenails are overrated. All right, King Matthews, go ahead and close this out. King Matthews. Do we got King?
How y'all fellas doing today?
Good, man.
Yes,
How you doing?
sir. Yes, sir, man.
Let's go.
Sorry about earlier. I don't know what happened, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Glad. What's up, man? But with the Sohan thing, actually love it. Once he got waived from the Spurs, the only team that I knew that could work is the New York Knicks, and Leon Rose has done it. Jose and now Sohan, I love it. Because, offensively, we don't care about his offense. The defense we need. 6'8", and the thing about, Sohan, other than shooting guard, he could play all four positions. He could guard it, 5, and he could actually play the position. Because I believe before he could play point guard. Best, though, but he played point guard with the Spurs. Played the 3, he played the 4, he also played the 5. So imagine him playing the 5.
Yeah.
Instead of Mitchell playing that small ball lineup. Now that's going to be interesting, man. I would love to see that. And shout out to Mo D too, man.
Yeah.
He's going to get away from his minutes. He deserves those minutes for a reason. It's Big 14, not 15, but Big 14 in the chat. That's what's up. Got the Jose Hive, all that. Sohan Hive. It's about to go crazy. But anyway, let's go Knicks. Let's all cheer up for Brunson for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Hopefully the All-Star game is pretty good this year. Only interested with the Rising Star, man. But anyway,
that's what I'm saying, man.
Take it
Rising
easy.
Stars.
God bless. Take
Salute.
it easy out there.
King Matthews on the Discord, checking in from Maryland. Everybody in the chat, throw your cities, throw your countries, throw your flags in the chat. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. We'll shout you guys out. Throw your cities, throw your countries, city check-in the chat. Watching some Olympics right now. Winter Olympics, you got Latvia versus the USA. I fell off. I fell off on my hockey wave, man. I couldn't even tell you who's playing right now. Couldn't even tell you who's playing. I fell off. I came from the era Jeremy Roenick, Eric Lindros, and then was going at it. Messier, you know what I'm saying? Teemu Salani, Scott Stevens with the Devils. Yeah, I used to be in a hockey hard body. And how it used to be, how I got into it. When I first moved, one of my neighbors was an executive with the Islanders. So I used to go to Islander games a lot. Obviously, when the Rangers started winning, I was rocking with them too. I was rocking with Messi and them heavy. So I used to rock with the Islanders and the Rangers. I know that's blasphemy for you hockey fans. I only support one team. Glenn Healy. I'm throwing names out there, man. Do your research. Do your research. I'm all sports. Brian Leach. Rick Tockett. All right, I'm going too crazy off the rails. Back to basketball. Shout out to Della Marie, South Florida. Salute. Yorktown, Fabian. Salute. Son from Brooklyn. Salute. Upstate by way of the star. Shout out to Jet Life. Co-op City. Knicks 522 Co-op City. Yeah, I used to go to the Red Lobster at Co-op City, man. That was like a family tradition back in the day. Is that Red Lobster over there still busy? That Red Lobster used to have a line out the door. Every Sunday, Easter Sunday. Yeah, that used to be a tradition, man. Hartford, Connecticut. Shout out West Palm Beach. Salute. Dominic Hosick, the Dominator. Dover, Delaware. Timothy Dantzler, I see you. Shout out to Hartford. Okay. Adam Graves. Gritty. Yeah, man. Shout out JB11NYC. Thanks for the merch. Salute, man. Yeah, get your merch, man. KnicksFanTV.com. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Sohan stuff, man. Let me know your thoughts. Leave it in the comment section. As I said, you can catch up on these shows in audio podcast format as well. So, no reason to miss it. And Knicks are stacking up. It is an arms race, or in this case, a wings race. And you can't lose. Like I said, this is the last roster spot. We don't even know if the guy plays, but if he does play, there's certainly areas of his game that I do believe that he will help this team, and that's just getting strong on the defensive end. They have enough offense. You have to hope that they have enough diversity in their offense, especially, having the captain getting his guys involved with Carl and the wings and stuff like that, but it's really on the defensive end. Got to get some clutch stops here to really, really contend for this thing. And so that's why I like what they're doing. You saw Alvarado yesterday, and now you pick up Sohan. So, you think about it. You go into this season, you get lucky to pick up Clarkson, who got waived by the Jazz. You pick up Yabusele, doesn't work out. You flip Yabusele, and you basically got Alvarado, and you got Sohan back. It's a good flip. You flipped a guy who wasn't working out for you for two guys, one that's already paying dividends 3 games in, and another guy who can help shore up another weakness. It's good. That's a good job by Leon. You know what I mean? You take Yabusele, you flip Yabusele for Alvarado and Sohan and fill 2 needs. Your ball handling, your playmaking, and your defense, and your toughness, your physicality. On the margins. That's where Leon does his best work. That's good stuff, man. Needed some grit. J. Rich Sports needed some grit. Miguel, praise up for Earl the Pearl Monroe. I heard he's not doing well. Yeah. I've been hearing that for a couple years now. Definitely praise up for the Pearl, man. Definitely praise up for the Pearl. One of our legends. He's right here on my back wall. Right here on the back wall, man. On the back wall, I got Clyde, Dr. Barnett, Earl the Pearl Monroe, all autograph photos. And once again, thank you to the Barnett Foundation. I had the pleasure of working with them for a couple of years, working alongside Dr. Barnett. That was an honor, working alongside Clyde in certain capacities. And so, yeah, man, we want to wish the Pearl a speedy recovery and hope that he gets through his health challenges for sure. Yeah. They said when they had the Once a Knick reunion the other day, he said that Earl had came from the hospital to be there. So that's nice, man. That's nice. Yeah, hopefully he's all right, man. So everybody in the chat, let's hail up the Pearl, man, and wish him a speedy recovery. That's one of our legends, man. One of our legends. Okay. Shout out to, who else we got? Gravity, $5 super chat. Says Clarkson's minuscule minutes are in serious jeopardy now. Just tuned in now, so I don't know if I'm repeating someone. No, it's all right, man. Everybody bring their brick. Yeah, we'll see. You just never know how these rotation minutes can shake out. Somebody gets hurt, unfortunately. You got to bring another guy in. So for Clarkson, just stay ready. I'm sure that's what they're telling him. Just stay ready. Health, Wealth, Crypto, 2771, $10 super chat says, yo, CP. Mad excited for this depth of straight athletes. I wonder how Coach Brown will use them, but overall excited to see how this plays out. Yeah, gonna be interesting to see how he uses him, because Mo's been playing well. And so, yeah, I'm very interested to see how they incorporate him. But we'll have to see. And if OG's slated to miss any minutes, hey, you might see him as soon as a week from today against Detroit, first game back. Somebody in the chat said no Patrick on the wall. Original KFTV viewers will know we did have Patrick on the wall. He was right where this Houston, Sprewell, and Camby picture is. We did. Unfortunately, he was a casualty. My son, as a toddler, ripped him up, and I never replaced him. So I got to find somewhere on the wall to get another Patrick memorabilia on there. That's my guy, 1,000%. I had him on the wall. The first two pictures I had on the wall: the Starks dunk, original dunk poster, and Ewan, of course. Those are my idols growing up. So once my son destroyed that, I moved some stuff around, and so I got to figure out another spot on the wall to get a Ewing, some Ewing memorabilia on there for sure. Did I listen to the J. Cole album? Not yet. I'll listen to it. I heard mixed reviews though. I'll listen to it though. I'll definitely tap into the Cole album for sure. All right. Shout out to one of our sponsors of today's show, man. Shout out to Car Gurus. Listen, buying a car is a big decision. You don't want to feel rushed, confused, or second-guessing yourself, especially with prices being what they are now. That's why I rock with Car Gurus. What I love is how simple they make the whole process. With Car Gurus Discover, you can skip all those annoying filters and just search the way you actually think. You tell it what you want. Maybe good gas mileage for the road trip, extra trunk space for the family, or something comfortable for that daily commute. And it shows you real shoppable listings that actually match. That's a game changer. And if you're at the dealership, the Car Gurus app has this feature called Dealership Mode. It's basically a cheat code. You can compare the car right in front of you to similar options, check deal ratings, see price history, and even estimate your final cost all on the spot. That's confidence right there. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has one of the biggest selections out there. So you know you're seeing real options and real deals. No wonder it's the #1 most visited car shopping site. So whether you're buying, selling, don't guess. Make your big deal the best deal. Go to cargurus.com. That's CARGURUS.com. All right, shout out to the guys at Car Gurus. All right, man. I'm going to get back to the day. This was a good intermission and interruption. Like I said, I thought I was going to have the whole day off, man. And, hey, you just never know. Never a dull moment in the Knicks verse. All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow. My guy John Schmelk will join us. We will grade the Knicks at the All-Star break. So make sure you tap into that. My guy John Schmelk will be joining the show. So can't wait for that. And we'll do that. I think we're going to do that show at 12:30. So next live show will be on YouTube at 12:30 on Friday. We'll preview the All-Star and all of that. On KFTV Instagram, we'll drop some of our archived Knicks All-Star content from, past Knicks in the dunk contest, past Knicks at the three-point contest, all of that good stuff. All right, so enjoy the content, ladies and gentlemen. Leave us a comment, and we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us, man. #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Shout out to Maurice Gutierrez, 7618. He says, "Que lo que?" Drops the Dominican flags in here. Brooklyn in the house, man. Shout out to Maurice. Maurice, salute to you, man. Thanks for the super chat. And we appreciate the support. All right, everybody, have a good one, man. Take care. Peace.